Hi everybody, welcome to the Cozy Cardigans podcast. My name is Mel, and I'm the owner and dyer for Big Little Yarn Co., a indie dyed yarn company here in Japan. I live here with my husband Tim, my son Everest, and my daughter Yuli. And I apologize in advance for the lighting. The sun is kind of coming in and out. But anyways, how are you? The weather has turned. As you can see, it is cool enough to wear a sweater. Ooh. And I also have some FOs to show you. I got some new whips. But yeah, so let me get that started for you. Oh, just really quick though, I do want to say that I'm hoping to do a small little update before the end of the year. So if you are looking to purchase some Big Little Yarn Co. yarn, I am hoping to open up my shop soon. I'm still figuring things out though. For those of you who are new or have not heard from me, it's because I've closed my shop for a little bit because one, I was on maternity leave, and two, we are currently trying to move into a new house. I'm in my old house right now. The new house is currently being renovated. I do have a studio space up there, or in there. And so while that's being renovated, I'm kind of in limbo because I let go of my previous studio that I was in. So anyways, I'm hoping to do a small update because I am capable of dyeing yarn in this house. It's just a little difficult with kids. So small update, but keep an eye out for more news on that. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do a quick little update that will get some yarn to you in time for the holidays. But anyways, so let me start off with my FOs. So ta-da, I have this FO. This is the study session pullover by Samantha Guerin. And yeah, I finished it, guys. Yeah, let me show you. So it's got this really lovely lace and cable pattern that starts from the shoulders, goes down the front, and I did the, what do you call this, puff sleeve option. There is a regular sleeve option as well, but I did the puff sleeve option because that was what the sample looked like, and I really like that. It's got a fold over v-neck collar, which I really love. Works really well with the braids, and I made mine a bit cropped. And I'm wearing it with this skirt that I got secondhand, and yeah, I really like it. Let's see, let me talk about it. Yarn wise, I really love the yarn. I really want to get another sweaters quantity of this in another colorway maybe, but this is Kelbourne Woolens Scout. I forget the colorway name, but it's this really lovely forest green brown marled color. It's not the softest thing, but I'm pretty my skin is not that sensitive, so I don't really mind it. I'm wearing it without anything underneath, but I could see some people with higher sensitivity having a little trouble with it. But yeah, tubular bind off on all my little bits. Modifications wise, didn't modify anything other than lengths. So length of sleeve, I shortened it to fit my arm length. I like to have my sleeves kind of hit my wrist bone here, so it hits that quite well. And then when I go like this, it kind of rides up a little, which I like. Yeah, so shorten the sleeves, and then I also shortened the body just a little bit, not too much, just so that it hits my belly button, which is right over here, because that's where I like for, not that this is tighter fitting, but with ease like this. I feel like this is maybe about, I don't know, maybe like an inch or maybe 2 inches of ease-ish. I like to have it hit where my belly button is, to have it a bit more cropped. I feel like if I were to, oh, and by the way, I think I knit the size, I believe I knit the size 3, by the way. And that's because, well, I would normally, I feel like, would have sized up at this point, but when I first started knitting this sweater, I wasn't breastfeeding. I was still pregnant, or I like just like was really early in my pregnancy, so I was based off my measurements during that phase of my body. Now that I'm breastfeeding, it's kind of a little tighter than I would like it, because my chest is bigger, but it's not that big of a deal. It still looks really cute. I feel like, yeah, I would have liked a little bit more ease, and I feel like I would normally knit a size up, because I do really like looser fitting garments, but not a big deal. Still looks cute. It looks really cute with the skirt that I'm wearing. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. The pattern is really clear. Samantha's designs are always really lovely to work with. And yeah, I don't think I would change anything about it. The lace part is a lot easier than I thought it would be. So if you are not familiar with lace work or cables, I feel like this is a good, fun mix. And it was really easy to keep knitting because you wanted to like do one more cable or do one more yarn over. And so it was quite potato chippy in that way. So I enjoyed that. It's a DK weight pattern, so it knits up relatively quickly, I feel, because I usually go for fingering weight stuff, but so this was a bit quicker for me in that sense. But yeah, I finished it. So this is like my first autumnal winter FO, so that's fun. I also have a couple more FOs for the kids. The first one I'll show you is, I knit this a while back. I don't know why I'm wearing it. This is for my son, so this will not fit me. But I knit this a while back, but I haven't shown it off on YouTube, so I thought I'd show it to you. This is the Cross Sweater Junior by Petite, and it is so cute. So this is for my son Everest, and the colors I used, the green is from my own shop. This is Daidokoro, which is a Ghibli colorway. The variegated is from Pigment and Ply. I believe it's Ruskala. Sorry about the lighting got dark all of a sudden. But this is Ruskala from the Witcher collection a while back. And then this beige is from my own shop. This is Takebako from the Bento collection. And you could see that the ribbing, so on the collar and on the sleeves, all have like little stripes going through. I love how this turned out. It's so cute. He tried it on. It's adorable. But yeah, just a simple little cross sweater. And my son, he's really into trains. Like any Japanese boy, he's really into trains. So he's really pumped that he has what he calls train tracks on his sweater, which is really cute. So yeah, this is another little sweater FO. I try to knit him a sweater every year while he's still small enough to, you know, knit for. So this is his 2025 sweater gift, I guess. But yeah, no mods or anything, just I think the only thing was the sleeves were called for, the sleeve and the body called for was a little long, so again I shortened it so that it would fit him this winter, because I am planning on knitting him more stuff anyway. So yeah, other than that, no FO, no mods or anything, just knitted to pattern. I think I knit the 3 to 4 year size, by the way. He's 3. Last FO that I have is this little, so small, so cute. Let me tie the ties really quick so it's not dangling everywhere. But it is getting a little cold, and I like to carry my daughter in a baby carrier when we go out, and her little chunky legs start to get a little chilly. So I knit some pants for her. It's so cute and small. So these are the Smarty pants by Purl Soho. They're a free pattern, so that's good. So that's nice. Fingering weight. This is in the colorway. It's a little blown out, but this is the colorway Wisteria from my own shop. It's just some spare yarn I had. It really uses very little yarn. This is the 3 to 4 month size, I believe. But I knit it a little shorter at this waist part and the leg part because she is on the smaller side. But yeah, so cute. It was a great little travel project, like travel as in like commuting project, I guess. I think last time I talked to you, I was still at the waistband, so it knit up pretty quickly for a fingering weight yarn. And then there's some I-cord cables as the tie, which is really cute. And yeah, so cute on her, so cute. No mods other than that shortening thing I talked about. And then also I made this little, like, I talked about it last time, but I did these we call it slip stitches on the top to make like a little picot fold over. You can't really see it very well, especially when she wears it, but it's fine. It was just like an experiment, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, so got some pants for her. I do have enough yarn to make a sweater for her as well, and it's like in a purple knitting for olive color, and so she'll be like this little purple little grape, winter grape. But yeah, so that's another little quick FO. And it was nice that it's a free pattern because they just grow out of, like, she's just going to wear these a few times and then she's not going to use it anymore. So yeah, really quick, fun little FO there. What else? Those are all my FOs. So let me go ahead and talk about my whips. Whips wise, so I'll show you what I'm working on the most, what I'm trying to finish as soon as I can. It's this very long thing. I think I talked about it last episode, but as you can see, it's grown in size. This is a infinity scarf I'm knitting for my son. This is made out of the leftover Daidokoro, the green that came from his sweater. So the beige is also leftover Takebako, and then the green is the leftover Daidokoro. But yeah, sorry, I keep saying just a simple tube, but I am essentially taking the stitch pattern from Andrea Mowry's Midnight, Twilight. I forget the shawl name, but the cowl name, but I'll put it up here. I took the stitch pattern, modified it a little bit to be a 3-row repeat instead of the original number of row repeats that she had to make this kind of tube. That way it's a bit warmer, it's a lot squishier. The cowl, I tried to knit the cowl, but yeah, it was too thin for what I was looking for. So I'm making it, I'm still in the middle of making it, but I'm making it so it can fold. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it can wrap once around his neck. So as you can see, I'm still have just a little bit more to go to complete the circle, the infinity. But it's going. So yeah, this part is the leftovers, and then he said he wanted yellow. He saw me knitting it and said he wanted yellow in it. So I added some scrap yarn. I'm using leftover tamago, which is also part of the bento collection. I had some in my stash, so I started to work that in instead of the beige. And then my plan is, so I'm currently knitting the tamago with the takebako, the yellow and the beige together. And then what I'm going to do is, after a little bit more, my son, he really loves pink. And so I have this really old stash. This is like one of my first hand-dyed yarns that I made back when I was still living in LA, and I just bought dye and made a random color. So this is from way back when, but I was thinking I will, when I run out of the yellow, because I only have like a little bit left, I will stripe the beige with the pink, and then it'll just be this really cute pop of color. So when he ties it, it'll just kind of peek out a little bit there. But yeah, so that way he has his pink that he likes. But yeah, just really simple infinity scarf. This is DK weight, but the yellow I'm holding 2 fingering weights together. If you want to make something similar, let me count how many stitches there are. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 45, 48 stitches. So like, if you want to make your kid just a regular infinity cowl, infinity scarf, I'd say DK yarn, 50 stitches in the round works pretty well. Fits their neck quite nicely if they're a toddler. But yeah, so I'm just trying to knit this, finish this as soon as I can before it starts getting really, really cold, because it does get quite cold here. And I'm doing an infinity cowl or infinity scarf because that way, you know, toddlers, they can run around and he doesn't have to worry about the scarf falling off or anything. So yeah, this is like what I'm working on the most. And sorry for all the clacking. This is my little onigiri stitch marker from my bento collection. But yeah, sorry for all the clacking. I feel like you'll probably, editing Mel will be rolling her eyes with that. And then, so the next thing that I am kind of working on when I'm kind of tired of knitting on the scarf is a new cast on. So it's kind of just, doesn't really look like much. You can kind of see it. It's just, looks like this. And I'm using this yarn. This is Alpanika yarn from this Japanese yarn brand called Hamanaka. I'll put the info up here, but it's just like a warm, slightly, I feel like it's quite, it could seem, it looks warm or cool depending on what you pair it with, but I guess it leans a little more towards warm here. But it's this alpaca wool yarn. It's a chain net yarn, so you can kind of see how it is. It's quite fluffy and squishy. The width of it looks DK, but because it's so squishy, because it's so squishy, it works up as fingering to me. So the gauge that was on the yarn ball was like totally off, so I couldn't really use it for what I first intended it to be for. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it double, and I'm making the Decq cardigan from Brooklyn Tweed. And yeah, I'm really liking it so far. It's really squishy. What my vision is I want a warm, squishy crew neck cardigan, not a v-neck. The Decq cardigan, I'll put a photo up here, is a v-neck. And so what I'm hoping to do is to modify the neck portion to be a crew neck. I feel like because the stitch pattern is just, you know, pearls, knits and pearls, there's no yarn overs or any fancy stuff involved. Hopefully it's quite easy to modify into a crew neck. I haven't done that in quite a long time. I've modified a cardigan pattern, must be a decade. I don't remember the last time I've done it. I've done it before, but I don't remember what it was for. So yeah, it's a bottom-up construction, so I'll cross that bridge when I get there. But yeah, it's going well. This is like my when I'm bored of the scarf kind of thing, but this will be, I said this last time, this will be what I am knitting on for the most part after I finish the scarf, hopefully. But yeah, the yarn is quite soft and squishy and really nice, so if you are in Japan, I highly recommend. It's like a brand new yarn by the brand. But yeah, just a simple cardigan. Hopefully we'll see how it is, and I'm hoping that, so you can see it's like really bunched up. I made sure to have a lot of positive ease to it, because my hope is that I can wear it with like a sweater underneath, even if I wanted to, because I'm hoping for it to be like a casual house cardigan, if that makes sense. So yeah, this is this. And then the last thing that I accidentally casted on is this strip here, and it is the half and half triangles wrap. I'm finally, now that the whole hype has gone down, I'm finally on the bandwagon. But so I'm making the striped half and half triangles wrap because I just had all this yarn. I like was cleaning my yarn stash, and then I kind of put this pile together just randomly, and then I looked at it and I was like, this could be something, and I really wanted it to be something, but it wasn't. I was thinking like maybe a Stephen West shawl, because previous video, if you've seen, is like a Stephen West kind of retrospective on his cowls, and so I was kind of thinking shawls, but I was looking at it and I didn't know how to make, like, I didn't know if it was going to work together in that way, in like a complicated stitch pattern. And then also I really didn't want to purchase another pattern, so I've been trying really hard to work through my backlog of patterns and to just make something from a pattern that I've already have, because I have so many. And so didn't want to purchase a pattern, didn't feel like it could be something too complicated, but I really wanted to make a shawl, warm, cozy thing out of it. And so I decided on the half and half triangles wrap because it's free and it's a shawl, and also it's really cozy. It could be used as a blanket, even for, you know, like a lap blanket. So yeah, so this is the first color. The first color I'm using is these. I'm using these two together. These are both previously the main skeins of two different countdown calendars that I had. One of them is from Akara Yarns. I don't think she's in business anymore. And the other one is from Knotty Pine Fiber Co. They both look really similar. I love how they both look though. But they're both really similar, and I needed a good amount of this first color. So I decided to just, sorry, there's a delivery man outside, so you might hear his engine. But let me just see if he'll go away. Okay, so I'm working them, or alternating skeins to make up the first colorway, or the first color. Sorry about the light, it got so dark all of a sudden. But so yeah, this is the first color, and then let me show you the other colors that I have planned. So this is color 1. Color A. Second color I have is this. This is Soborodon from my own yarn shop from the Bento collection. I have so like a full, almost full skein from, because I knit a swatch and then I couldn't sell I usually just keep the remaining yarn ball for something. So this is the second color, and this is not in any order. I don't remember what order I'm planning on putting in. This is the third color. This is a, oh man, I don't remember where I got this. This is not my own dyed yarn, but this is from, I don't even remember. Yeah, this is like a mystery stash skein. The third color is this mauve that I had. This is a one-of-a-kind colorway. I think I messed up on a recipe or something and I ended up with this mauve, but then I don't remember how I got it, so it ended up being a one-of-a-kind, so I got this mauve here. And then the third color, or what is this? What number am I on? I'm on the fifth color. Fifth color is this blue, but I only have this much. So I looked through my stash because I don't remember. I do remember what it is. This is Uncommon Threads Azurite, I believe. But I also have from the Cara Yarns Countdown Calendar this blue and also this variegated blue. So my plan is to just use these together, just alternate skeins as I need to do the fifth color, because I don't want to buy a whole color. The whole point of this shawl is to use stash, so I don't want to buy any yarn. So this is like my fifth color. And then my sixth color is, I had this random mini of, I think this was supposed to be matcha, which is this, but I screwed up with the recipe, and that's why I kept the skein. And then this is matcha for sure. It's just a mini skein that I had left over from an update or something. So I will be alternating skeins of this as well to just use it up. But yeah, that's the plan. So I don't think I could hold everything up. Maybe I can. So I have these 4. And so these 6. This is the plan. And I know I've figured out how to pair it and how the layout will be. I just don't recall right now. But yeah, so this is like long-term winter project is what my plan is. This whole summer, autumn, winter season is going to be a little bit hectic because of the move, 2 kids, trying to restart my shop. So I think it'll be really good to have something like this to fall back on, to just knit on a little bit now and then. Yeah, but the hope is to finish this before the end of the winter season so that I could at least wear it a little bit. But yeah, so that is that. Acquisitions wise, so let me grab it. So acquisitions wise, I got this Alpanika yarn, and I also got one more acquisition. So let me just grab that really quick. I'm back. So I'm just holding 2 skeins to show you, but I do have the full sweaters quantity. But I have been eyeing the Olga sweater for a really long time, as have many. But yeah, I was kind of figuring out what kind of stripe I wanted, because I love stripes, I love colors, and so I could not figure out what to do. So I went to a craft shop. There's a big craft shop called, oh my gosh, I'm blanking out, Yuzawaya, in Kobe. If you are into crafts, they just have like everything there. It's in Sannomiya if you're ever in town, but in their yarn section isn't huge, but it's like a good amount, and they also rotate a lot of different bases, but depending on the season, which is why they had the this one, because they didn't have it before, but now that it's winter, this is like a new fall winter yarn. So this is one of their main yarns that they usually always have. but I finally kind of bit the bullet and bought a sweater's quantity. So this is in this Japanese yarn brand called Merino. It's by Munsell, and it's called Merino Rainbow. It's just 100% merino, made in Japan yarn, really squishy, just like a typical yarn. I don't know, but yeah, I bought this. It's looking really red in the camera, but it's a lot more wine red. I want to say it's looking, I don't know, a lot brighter in camera than in person, but it does have like slight heathering to it. I don't know if you can see, but there's a bit of heathering to it, which I really like. And I also got this chocolate. Again, this is looking a little red, but this is like just like a regular classic chocolate, dark chocolate brown. And this is my Oslo sweater color combo, which I'm really excited about. I think these two colors look so good together. It's just like this rich autumnal color, which obviously I love. I love a good autumn, dark autumn palette. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. I think this will look really cute with my skirt that I have. It would be so cute. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish 2 sweaters in this winter season, because I'm gonna be working. I have 2 kids, so we'll see how it goes. But this is definitely high on my to knit list now, because I have a sweater's quantity and it's so cute. But yeah, this is 2 quick sweater quantity acquisitions, which is always fun and exciting. But yeah, that's like my quick update. So hopefully, I do also want to just say really quickly what I'm reading. I am planning on updating my reading YouTube. I don't know if you've seen, but I did upload my first reading booktube video. It's just really casual because I don't really have time to film so many videos, but it's the first one that I posted was a wrap-up of what I read in September. So the next video will be what I read this month in October. But just really quickly, my current reads. What am I reading? I'm still trying to finish Braiding Sweetgrass. It's taking me 2 months to read, but also it's because I'm writing notes. I'm like really taking it in. So it's taking me quite a long time to read, but I still really like to read it. It's not because I'm like slogging through it or anything. So I'm still reading that. Hopefully I'll finish it this week. I'm also reading Spread Me, which is like a short horror book that recently got released. So it's like a group of researchers in the middle of nowhere in the desert uncover this creature, and then they get infected or something. I don't know. I'm only 10% in, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it's really weird. Kind of X-rated, I feel. It's spicy, but not in a way where you like it to be. Like, it's really gross because it's horror. So if you're into that, then I recommend it. And then what else am I reading? I'm listening to Lucky Day by Chuck Tingles, which is also a horror novel about, there's this one day called the Low Probability Event, I think, and the LPE, and it's a day where millions of people died because these random low probability freak accidents happen, and then this investigator has to figure out why that occurred and how a casino in Vegas that has these really skewed high chances of winning when you go, why that correlates to the low probability event. It sounds really weird when I say it, but it's quite entertaining. Chuck Tingles writes really entertaining horror and books, so I do recommend that as well. But yeah, that's it. Hopefully next time I talk to you, I'm hoping to do like another sit down video. I'm not sure how much you guys have liked it. I do really enjoy talking to you, not in podcast form and more like topic form. So let me know how you have been liking that kind of thing. And let me know if you have certain topics you want me to discuss, because I do really enjoy filming them. But yeah, keep an eye out for a little mini update before the end of the year if you're interested. For those of you in the US, I am going to be using a different shipping company to ship to you. So the cost will be slightly more expensive, but it will be able to get to you, and you will have to pay obviously the tariff that is required on your end, so that it doesn't get mixed up on my end. Hope that makes sense. But anyways, I'll talk about that when the time comes. But I hope you all are well. I hope things have cooled down where you live, or have warmed up if you're in the southern hemisphere. And I hope you are getting ready for the holiday season. It's almost Halloween. It's Halloween in a few days. So hope you're feeling spooky, feeling cozy. And let me know what you have been making and reading, because as always, I love to read about it in the comments below. But yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.